With Boruto chapter 76 dropping, we got plenty of insight on Ada's character, with new revelations dropping on Boruto, Kawaki, Sarada, and Sumire. This chapter, like many chapters so far in the Code Arc, has been more information based compared to the crazy battles that we have seen so far. First, let's talk about the end of the chapter. With these reviews, I always talk about the most important points that happen in the chapter, regardless of how they come in order, and with the last 2 to 3 pages of this chapter, we see Momoshiki identify who had Ada's charm power ability before her, and where it came from. Coming from Boruto chapter 75, Momoshiki did suspect that Ada's love ability is not Shinjutsu but comes from something else. And after thinking about it for a while, Momo discovers the identity of Ada's charm power. However, before he could say who it is, Kawaki realizes that Boruto is talking to Momoshiki in his head and tells him to come on out. It seems like Kawaki wants to run it back with Momo and take him out as soon as possible. And right now, the only person that has actually become a threat to Naruto is Momoshiki. So with that being said, Kawaki will waste no time to take him out. Of course, this means that Boruto's life is at risk once again, since him and Momo are basically one person and cannot be separated, meaning that if Kawaki spins the block again and kills Momoshiki, Boruto will die as well. So heading into chapter 77, we may get Borushiki vs Kawaki part 2 or in future chapters, and with the fact that Momoshiki may reveal the true identity behind Ada's charm ability. Which I do want to say, it's funny that Momo found out the identity and just didn't say it out right away. It seems like he wants to keep it to himself for now. And speaking of Ada, she was the main focus of this chapter, as we got more insight on her true feelings and how she truly feels about Kawaki. There was plenty of girl talk in this chapter, as Ada was really opening up to Sarada and Sumire, unlike how she could with Boruto, Kawaki, and Damon. And this is because they're boys, and talking to people of the same gender as you can make someone open up more and be comfortable, which is why Ada wanted to talk to Sumire and Sarada and express herself properly, which she says she couldn't when around the boys. Ada does explain that she can't think straight every time she looks at Kawaki's face, which causes her to freeze up every time. Since Kawaki is an Otsutsuki and can resist her charm ability, Ada does know that Kawaki cannot fall in love with her forcefully, which makes Kawaki a special person in her heart. She even admits that getting into a regular relationship, which is something that she always wanted, she can't even make any friends due to this ability. This makes Ada somewhat lonely outside of Damon. There hasn't been someone who has been there for Ada that hasn't fallen in love with her due to her ability. It does add humanity to her character, as even though the story has portrayed Ada as a godly-like being, the biggest problem with this ability is the fact that she can't develop any platonic relationships with any male or female that has come in contact with her. Deep down, she just wants to be a normal person, which as a reader makes me pity her. Unlike Code, Ada does not have any grand plans like sliding for Ishiki's death or consuming a chakra fruit to end the world. She just wants to be a normal young girl with friends and get into relationships with boys without it becoming forced. She's not exactly a bad person in retrospect, however, it seems like the Leaf may want to take her out, such as with Shikamaru for example. With Sarada and Sumire conversing with Shikamaru, they both realize that the two of them resist Ada's love charm ability. After informing Shikamaru, he tells the two of them that currently Sarada and Sumire are the only people who can take down Ada, and even though she hasn't betrayed any evil intents against the village, she still poses as a threat, as she can essentially control the entire world if she wanted to, especially if anybody pisses her off or if Kawaki gets hurt, especially if Momoshiki comes out and decides to fight Kawaki. Man, it's not gonna look good for the rest of the village, especially if Ada decides to take over the Leaf, considering that nobody besides Boruto, Kawaki, Sarada, and Sumire have the ability to resist Ada's love ability. And with Sarada and Sumire basically resisting Ada's love ability, it means that they will play a very big role when it comes to taking down Ada. And if they fail, or if Ada finds out they are both security risks to her, this could be very, very bad. And this is exciting because Sarada and Sumire are getting more attention in the plot, which is what many fans wanted from these two. For the most part in the Boruto manga, Boruto and Kawaki have been the main focus of the story, where the plot has focused on them. Other main characters and useful side characters like Sarada and Sumire have been sidelined when it comes to taking down the big villains like Ishiki and Code. But now that we know that Sarada and Sumire can basically fight Ada and resist her ability, this makes things very interesting. Now, I'm not saying that they're gonna beat Ada right away since she's above Jigen in combat power, but we truly don't know how strong Ada is since we've never seen her fight before. But I don't think it's gonna be easy at all for Sarada or Sumire to take her down, and to be honest with you, I don't think the two of them together collectively have the power at all to fight Ada in general. And yes, Sarada and Sumire are very strong, but to be honest with you, with a villain that strong, they're not gonna be able to take down Ada on their own. It's probably going to be a collective effort if Ada does decide to go against the Leaf. And I do want to mention before Shikamaru told Sarada and Sumire about their plan against Ada, Shikamaru was trying to contact Nishi, one of the people on the Anbu Black Ops squad. However, he was interrupted by Sumire, so what exactly happened to Nishi? The fact that this was shown in the chapter and then was quickly put away in the next panel, does this mean that Code has begun his attack on Konoha, while eyes are on the Cyborg and Karma siblings? I think this would be an insane way for Code to start bombarding Konoha with his 10-tail squadron. He does have those claw marks after all, and is known for slipping in and out of places with this ability, so taking out the Anbu squad members one by one with Konoha distracted would be a very smart move from Code if he is indeed attacking. This panel is there for a reason, that's all I'm saying. There's no way they're just gonna ignore it, and if Code is going down this route, this would be a very smart way for him to attack, considering that the 4 people that Konoha is watching, Boruto, Kawaki, Ada, and Damon, they are basically being held hostage. They cannot leave that room. So if Code is attacking, this would be the perfect time, as essentially Konoha is distracted with these 4. Next, we got to talk about Amato, as in the beginning of the chapter, he was quite frankly just denying himself as an evil and bad person, which so far in the story, he's told nothing but the truth about basically everything. And with him being so upfront with Konoha, it does make Naruto comfortable that Amato is helping the Leaf, which if Amato is planning to do something evil, this is falling exactly into his hands. He does remind Naruto and Shikamaru that he's just an ordinary dude at the end of the day, and not someone who is trying to take over this shinobi world. Kawaki does question Amato if he's trying to revive his daughter into an Otsutsuki, which Amato denies this by saying that this is his final option to bring back his daughter. And when he says this, he takes off his glasses and he puts his hand on his face to show everyone how much grief he is in to bring his daughter back. And in my honest opinion, I'm calling cap here. Amato's playing everybody. This motherfucker is playing everybody with this act, with all the things that he said in this chapter, saying that he's not a bad guy and he's just an ordinary dude, but he may be telling the truth, but we just have to find out in the upcoming chapters. Let me know how you guys feel about Amato. I'm still in the middle. I'm basically on the fence of if he's a good guy or not. At the end of the day, he has told the Leaf Village about basically everything and has been very upfront when it comes to telling the truth. He has told the Leaf Village's plan, and Ada has verified what he has told from the past, so it does seem like he is a quote-unquote good guy, but I just have a gut feeling that this guy is capping his ass off. I do want to mention before I end off this video that Momoshiki's prophecy once again keeps running in Boruto's head multiple times in this chapter about losing it all, as it seems like this prophecy will come to fruition very soon. Another chapter in the books, and this was a good chapter for Ada's character, and the plot is building up, and this makes me very excited for Boruto chapter 77 and on. Overall, this chapter was solid. I don't think this was anything crazy. Once again, this is another slow chapter, as we've gotten many slow chapters in the Kodak so far, and I just want to remind you guys, this isn't bad by any means. I think this is good that we're getting chapters like this, especially with Ada's character. I do want to say that the best character in this chapter was Ada. The amount of stuff that she said in this chapter did show humanity in her character, and not just some cyborg. She wants to live a normal life, and I do like that about her character. She isn't just some girl that is lusting for Kawaki for no reason. She wants to have a normal life. She wants to have friends. She wants to be in a relationship. So I like this out of her character. I'm glad that Kishimoto's adding this for her, and she's not just some evil character that has some grand plan like Code, who's trying to get his get back for Ishiki. So let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. How do you feel about the content that was shown? How do you feel about Ada's character, and what do you think is going to happen in Boruto chapter 77? Do you think Momoshiki's gonna come out? Do you think we're gonna get Kawaki versus Borushiki? Do you think Code is going to be attacking? Also, let me know, do you think Amato is capping his ass off? So let me know how you guys feel about all of that in the comment section below. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.